Hi, scholars. Today you're going to be reading a story called Garrett Morgan and the Traffic Signal. So you should read this book on your own, be an independent reader, but I'm also going to read it to you too, so that we can practice reading and work on strategies in case we come to a word we're not sure. So this story is again Garrett Morgan and the Traffic Signal. You can kind of see my mouse here that will lead us through the book and show you where I'm at. Garrett Morgan and the Traffic Signal. Remember, we can always look at our table of contents to find out what is in our story. And we can look at, maybe I want to find out about the traffic problems. I would look on page 4. So table of contents tells us what's going to be in the story and where to find it. So our first page, traffic problems. In the 1920s, the streets were getting very busy. Many things shared the streets. I notice how busy that street looks. Wow. Cars were on streets. Horses and buggies were on streets. People and bikes were on streets too. A man named Garrett Morgan lived in Cleveland, Ohio. He saw a car on the street hit a horse and buggy. He saw that the streets were not safe. This section is titled Making a Plan. Each day, more traffic was on the streets. Mr. Morgan knew there would be more traffic problems. He thought about how to solve these problems. Mr. Morgan knew Cleveland needed a way to help the traffic. He thought about how to do this. He made a plan for a traffic signal. Look at this plan right here. Wow. I notice a lot of numbers and planning. The traffic signal is this section on page 9. The traffic signal had I messed up. I got to go back to the beginning. The traffic signal had arms. The arms went up and down. Later, traffic signals used lights. The lights told traffic when to stop and when to go. Mr. Morgan's traffic signal could also stop all traffic. Then it was safe for people to cross the street. The traffic signal was put on street corners. It was easy to make traffic stop and go at corners. Mr. Morgan's plan worked. The man with the plan. Garrett Morgan made the streets safe for people, cars, and horses and buggies. Mr. Morgan also made other things. He made a mask to help keep firefighters safe. He also started a newspaper in Cleveland. Wow, here's a picture of him back in 1945, Garrett Morgan. Mr. Morgan was a problem solver. He saw a problem, he looked for a way to solve it. Wow, Mr. Morgan was a smart guy. And then I'm going to look at the glossary and look at some of the words I learned and what they mean. That's what the glossary tells us. So this story, if I scroll back to the top, was about Garrett Morgan and the traffic signal. I learned a lot today.